What's up, good people? Pastor Brandon here again with another segment of Touch Point with Turning Point. And I'm coming to you again with another segment on this marriage thing. Man, I've been getting a lot of feedback with people asking a lot of questions about marriage. One of the things that I want to touch on is the question behind what does it take for marriage to work? So let's talk about it. And now understand this. I'm giving you only my perspective. This is not the end all be all. It is not the way that you should go just because Pastor Brandon said it. You find what works for you, but I'm just here to impart just another inkling of something that you may consider for your own self. Let's look at Philippians 2 and 3. It says, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourself." So if I'm asking this question, or if you're asking me this question, what does it take for marriage to work? Well, one of the things that what's been working for me is selflessness. Big part of a marriage, big part of a relationship is going to be selflessness. Anytime you're selfish, you're cutting off and dejecting what the value of the other person is. It's not always going to be about me, 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 me. I know a lot of women go through that. They make it all about themselves, all about their wedding day, how they feel and what they want out of the whole thing. It's got to be a white picket fence. It's got to match what they see on Instagram. It's got to match the relationship like Sierra and Russell Wilson. Listen, all of that is great. And I'm not just saying I'm not coming for the women. I'm just saying, listen, for the most part, the more selfish that you are, the more you're going to deject the value of the other person. Selfishness in a marriage cannot go. It cannot thrive. It cannot push you forward to your destiny. It's not going to help you get to the place that you're destined to be in your marriage or in your relationship. Can you imagine if you're sitting side by side with your spouse or with your partner, you're sitting side by side in a boat and you're both are rowing. Well, if you both are rowing in the same direction, you're going to go straight. But selfishness is as the one person who has rowing, maybe they're rowing faster than the other person. So all you're doing is spinning around in circles and you're going through cycles of life. Have you ever been in a relationship, or is your marriage now seeming like it's going through cycles? Y'all always argue about the same thing. You never settle an issue. It's because you always have, or watch this, a lot of marriages and a lot of people in America, their marriages thrive off of the addiction to wanting to be right. Selfishness will keep that grip on wanting to be right. Listen, marriage is not about right and wrong. Even in 1 Corinthians 13, it talks about love keeps no record of wrongs. So anytime you hold something against your spouse or hold something against your marriage, you're spinning around in cycles. You're spinning around in circles. You're not progressing anywhere because you won't let go of things that you heard or things that are only pertaining to you. You want to be satisfied. You want to be fulfilled. And it's only about you. It's not going to work. So I would say one of the biggest helps that you can have in your marriage or in your relationship is stop being so selfish. Think about the other person. Listen, do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Some of you only get married because you want it to be all about you. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourself. You want a marriage that thrives? Think about your spouse more than you think about yourself. And you, as the spouse receiving it, don't be so prideful or just thinking about, yeah, that's just how it is. No, you need to value and appreciate when another person is doing something for you. Because again, it might not always be that way. But let me help you, because we oftentimes start off single in life. It's difficult for most people to share themselves or gain a desire to give more to someone than they receive back. So sometimes because you started off single, you don't know how to deal with other people. You both have different backgrounds. You both grew up in different households. You both have different impressions on your mind. The way that you grew up in your house is different from that of your spouse's. So listen, you're both are coming in with different mindsets. With me and my wife, when I first got with my wife, we used to argue about having dishwater. I didn't run dishwater in my house, but she did. So I would always just leave dishes in the sink without dishwater. But when I gained and came to an understanding about, well, why do you do that? She explained thoroughly, because the dishwater makes it easier for the dirt and the grime on the dishes to get off so that you're not having to scrub the plate once you go to wash it. And I thought to myself, that's smart. Instead of going around in circles about whether or not I'm gonna leave the dishes in the sink without dishwater, simple, stupid stuff like that. We tend to get in these arguments and have these disagreements and bouts with each other over the simplest stuff. If you could ever learn to stop being so selfish and value the other person over yourself, see things from their perspective, be willing to just accept the fact that there are things that they do differently from you, I guarantee you that marriage will have a lasting effect. I guarantee you you'll have more success in your marriage when you stop just making it all about you and you value the other person above yourself. So I'm Pastor Brandon. If you have any more comments, questions, or concerns, please DM me. I'm an open book. I love people asking questions. I thoroughly believe that your faith is oftentimes hindered by the questions you don't get answered. I'm always studying. I'm always looking for, helping people to get over that hurdle because I want God to be glorified. And I believe that God can be glorified in your marriage, in your business, in your life, as long as you're not being selfish about it. Think about someone else over yourself. So join us Thursday nights for our Touchpoint Thursdays Bible studies at 7 p.m. right here on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Go on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and hit that bell notification so that you can be notified every time we go live. Also be with us live or in person at 1122 East 51st Street, Austin, Texas at 2 p.m. is when we have our church services. Come and join us, man. We have such a phenomenal word, such phenomenal worship, such phenomenal people, and I don't want you to miss out on the love of God that is for you here now today. God bless you. God keep you. The Lord turn his face towards you and give you favor. Until we meet again, I love you all. God bless.